What's up, Heat Seekers? I am Joe Otis from joeslit.com, and welcome to today's edition of Lit Picks. It's week 6 in the NFL. I got my ass kicked last week by Mike, and I'm going to have to sing Please Don't Go Girl by the New Kids on the Block, and I know you can't wait for that. I posted Mike's week 3 punishment tonight, and it was very much an off-key rendition of I'm Just a Girl by No Doubt. Week 6, guys, COVID's hitting the NFL crazy, and a lot of people don't know really what to do with these picks, but Mike and I are here, and at this time, I'm going to bring in my broadcast partner, the one and only Mike Costello. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, Joe. I mean, great week last week. I went 9-4, brings my record to 20-18. Now I got a winning record. I stomped you, so hopefully people that are listening out there are taking these picks. And yeah, I mean, I feel great. Listening to your previous song, you definitely sang better when you were hitting puberty, but you know, you did a good job. No problem. And you know, my song was obviously awesome. I had no idea what I was doing, but I'm going to keep going at it. So
yeah, and guys, remember, if you like this content, please remember to like, share, subscribe. As a cool kid say, pound that subscribe button or whatever the hell that means. You know, I mean, I'm too old to say that. I'm not one of those freaking TikTok kids. But guys, it's NFL Week 6, and we have Mike and myself about to break down the action for you. And we are live right now on Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube. We have a bit
Can I bring something up real quick, Joe? Let me just give this a little shout out here. I'm going to do something different this week where, you know, since I keep winning and I'm just dominating, I'm decided, and I've talked to you about this, that I am going to allow, you know, last week we had a lot of viewers going live. So I'm going to decide now to let you guys choose which punishment Joe should be singing. All right. And we can either have a roll up or we can have Joe pick himself on which song he chooses. Now, make sure these songs are appropriate. All right. There's no foul language or anything inappropriate with these songs. So it must be appropriate songs. So if you want to think about it, don't put them in yet. But when we get later on into the show and we get into our punishments, you can post those comments up there and we can choose from there. So.
Oh, look at this.
There you go.
He has a good song for us right coming up.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. We'll see what happens. That'll be ready for us at the end of the show here. But just to go back over the rules, we changed the rules a little bit now because Mike didn't like the fact that if you picked the underdog that was 1 point, that you got 4 points. He kind of thought that, you know, that wasn't fair and that was against him. So if you pick the underdog, it's 3 points and up, you get 4 points. Actually, if it's over 3 points and up, it's 4 points. If you pick the underdog, that's 3 points less. It's 3 points. I'll fix that graphic. The spread is 2 points. Over under is 2 points. Favorite is 1 point. Mike, are you ready?
I am ready.
What do you think about how you did last week? Were you proud of your record?
I am. Like I said, I went 9. This is 2 weeks in a row now. I've had a winning record. I mean, last week was really good week for me. So I'm hoping that I can continue with the ball rolling. As long as I have a winning record, I'm pretty content. So I first started off like I like this slate. And then I looked and I was like, maybe I don't like this slate. I don't really know, but it looks to me like there's a lot of teasers because there's games that are like in between. There's a lot of 2.5 to 3, and it's just tough to tease those. So it's kind of it's a weird week. So We'll see what happens.
I have no clue what I'm doing with this, to be honest with you. Yeah. I'm second guessing a lot of my picks, but a lot of my picks are basically going to be a lot of risk picks. So, you know, see what happens with that one. Because, you know, just to go back to last year, I'm trying to get my momentum from last year again. Because like I always used to say, you got to risk it to get the biscuit. I know I sound like an old person right now, but whatever. All right, on to week 1. The first game is the Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings. And, you know, I really think these two teams stink. We have the Vikings. They got their first win last week. And the Falcons, who are 0-5, they just fired their head coach. They have Raheem Morris as their interim head coach right now. And this game, I don't really want to pick a winner and loser. I'm going to go with the over on this one, 54. I think that's the offenses are okay still. I mean, Matt Ryan hasn't really looked like a former MVP of the season. But I think he can pick things up and get the Falcons, you know, to 25, 30 points. The Vikings hopefully can get 30. I can see Dalvin Cook having a big rushing day on Sunday. He's out?
Yeah, he's out.
Alexander Madison. I really haven't did a good job of checking out the injury report there. I'm sorry, guys, but never mind. Alexander Madison, I think he's going to have a good day. Thinking about the fantasy might get a lot of points for you. So what do you think, Mike?
So, I mean, yeah, the over I think is actually a good call there. I didn't even really think about that because I just figured, like I say the same thing. Whenever there's a new head coach, I usually go with that team. And last week, I think don't remember who I was talking to, but when they said Dan Quinn was fired, I said I was immediately going to take Atlanta. Well, I've changed my decision. I am going to go with Minnesota here. I think that the Atlanta thing was kind of weird. I don't know. I think the players actually liked Quinn a little bit. So, but the Vikings are actually, I think they're actually a good football team. They showed that they can show promise last week, and they're starting to make strides. And even with Dalvin Cook out, I think Madison's just too good. I think he's going to run the football here. Especially with Thielen kind of making things work, and Justin Jefferson is a nice receiver, would really nice to be had on a different team. I think that the Vikings take this one. I do believe Julio Jones is back, so that does concern me a little bit because I don't know if the Vikings can stop them. So I think the over is kind of a safe pick here, but I think Vikings have enough to take this at -4.
Let's go to the audience right now. Let's see. We got the numbering system is against me. That's for you, I guess.
It was.
Question for Joe: would you rather find 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck? Freaking! I have these wild turkeys in my yard that are the absolute worst. They're ginormous. They scare the hell out of me. I'm worried they're going to bite me and my family. I think I would rather fight 100 duck-sized horses.
You lost me at hello.
On to the next game, the Baltimore Ravens at the Philadelphia Eagles. I think a lot of people are expecting this one to be a blowout again. A lot of people like the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP. But here's the shocker for you folks. Ready for me to be the ultimate homer again? Because I'm going to take the Eagles on the money line at +380. Look, guys, like I said, you got to take some risks in this game here that we're playing. I got to get some points. I want to get some 4 points on the board. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But look, you got to be courageous in this game, and that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to take the Eagles. What do you think?
There are so many other games for you to be courageous than to go for this game. This is I believe the Eagles have a 0% chance winning this game. All right, maybe a 1% chance. I do believe, though, however, that I think that they could possibly cover the spread, but there's just too many injuries. They're coming off of Pittsburgh. The Eagles are beat up. They come off of Pittsburgh, and now they go into Baltimore. It's just not a very good it's not a good matchup for them. But I do think, however, that I do take an over. I believe that the Ravens put up 30 points. I think the Eagles somehow managed to score 20 points right there, and that's going to make it a 50 points. So I have this game going over, and that's the safest pick I can do there.
What will probably happen is the Eagles will probably get off to like 14-0 right away. Then Wentz will throw 3 interceptions, and then they'll start losing in the end. So definitely can see it going the over. 46.5 really isn't that much anyway. So, all right. And on the next game, it is the Chicago Bears at the Carolina Panthers. Now, I like both these teams. I think Carolina with Matt Rule is looking really impressive. Teddy Bridgewater is looking amazing. Nick Foles leading the 4-1 Chicago Bears. I like the Bears in this game, but for my pick, I'm going to take the over 44.5 because 44.5 that also doesn't seem like that like a large amount of points. And the over has been going a lot in the games in this season, probably because there wasn't preseason, but that's why I'm taking the over again on this one, 44.5. What do you think, Mike?
I think, yeah, I mean, logistically, looking at stats, if you take the over in every single game that we do, you're probably going to win every single week. Because I think it's like 65% of the time the over is hit so far this year, which is ridiculous, but it's happened. This game, I don't know. I kept going both sides every single time. I would look at it and be like, ooh, like I first looked at it, I love the Panthers. Then I looked at it, I love the Bears. Then I like the Panthers. Then I like the Bears. And I'm sticking with the Bears. And the reason why I'm sticking with the Bears is for one reason. I think that they're going to run the football game. I think that Montgomery's going to have a big game. The Panthers just lost, I don't know his name, but the Panthers just lost a big defensive player, their defensive tackle, which I think the Bears are going to control the clock a little bit. They're going to control the ball. I think that this game actually might be an under. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. So I'm taking the Bears straight up here. And this is the one for 3 points, like I said, because it's only a 1-point game. You shouldn't, so you shouldn't really get 4 points for this. So I'm going to go with the Bears straight up. I think they win this game. Nick Foles' magic brings them back late in the game.
All right. Let's go back to our audience here. Billy's getting a shout out right now. He says, I just hope brother Bill starts winning this game. Probably won't. I think he's going to start Josh Allen. He's probably going to put in one of our mega parlays this week. We both lost on one last week for him. I don't know if he was that upset about it, but he said I should have taken the Browns. Pat likes my pick. I think it's probably a sarcastic comment there. And
he's a homer.
And Mike, I got a question for you from Pat. He says, "Can God create a stone so large that even he cannot lift it?"
I don't get biblical.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
I am so confused at what's going on with these questions and where they're coming from.
All right. So the next game is the Cincinnati Bengals at the Indianapolis Colts. This game, I mean, the Bengals, people were getting excited about them with Joe Burrow as their rookie quarterback, but then again, they got smacked last week. They lost. They should have been shut out by the Ravens, but they took some garbage.
That was awesome.
The defensive coordinator got really mad about that Wink Martindale.
Well, I think didn't it knock like, I mean, if you're in like fantasy football, doesn't it like, I guess a shutout gives you what, like 10 points, and like if that 3 points gives you like 7, so it took like 3 points off of teams' rosters who had the goal or had the
and then it gave the kicker some points as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, the Colts aren't the Ravens, so I'm going to take the Bengals +8. I mean, 8 points is a lot. I think they're going to bounce back this week. I do like Burrow. I do like I'm not too crazy about his receivers, but I think Burrow is definitely I think the Bengals, they're not a playoff team yet, but they're building and hopefully they'll get there at some point. What do you think?
I don't know. I was tough with this game too. I think the Colts, they look, Phillip Rivers. I don't know what else to say. I don't think he can play very much longer. It's a shame. I have a lot of confidence in him kind of running it, but he did not look good last week, and that was one of the reasons why they failed me in winning that game. But I'm going back to the well here. I think the Colts win. I don't know about the 8 points here. That's why I'm like tough. I'm just going to take the Colts. I think win this game straight up. I'm worried about the backdoor cover, obviously, with the 8 points there. So I'm just going to go with the Colts. I don't know if they have the firepower. Jonathan Taylor really hasn't impressed that much either. So it's kind of like, where are they going to get the points to kind of win this game by 8 unless their defense really dominates? But I think Darius Leonard is still out for the Colts. So I'm just taking the Colts straight up here.
All right. Moving forward, the next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I was really impressed with the Browns win last week. I'm impressed with the fact that they're 4-1 right now. Odell Beckham doesn't look like he's old, like his old self again, but he looks like he's progressing in the right direction there. I do like the rushing attack of the Cleveland Browns, and the Steelers are looking pretty much like contenders again to go to the Super Bowl at this point. However, I'm going to once again make a nice risk call. I'm going to take the Browns and go on the money line +163, going into Heinz Field and beating the Steelers. I'm kind of feeling the Browns this week for some reason. I just really like what they're bringing. What do you think?
I mean, I think it could definitely go both ways. You have a division matchup, but I'm actually very confident with this pick. I think the Steelers win this one. I'm taking them with laying the points. I think they're going to cover. The Browns it's the Browns. I mean, until they can prove me otherwise, they proved me a little bit last week by beating the Colts. I thought that was going to happen, but it was just, Phillip Rivers made some bad plays. But it's the Browns, and it's the Browns. And it's the Browns. And they're playing the Steelers. The Browns have had a lot. I mean, Baker Mayfield, I think he's hurt. He's got red ribs. He's going to get hit around by the Steelers. Beckham and Landry haven't practiced. So there's a lot of stuff going on right there with this team. I don't think that Kareem Hunt's going to be able to run the football on the Steelers' defensive front. I got Big Ben taking this game home. And Cleveland has not won in Pittsburgh in like 10 years. Or like, I'm not 10 years, I'm sorry. In like 15, 16, 17 games or something like that. So I don't think they're going to be able to come into Pittsburgh even without many fans and win this game. So I got Pittsburgh.
All right. Our next game is the Denver Broncos at the New England Patriots, the game that should have been played last week. I had to sit half my fantasy team last week because the Patriots and Broncos were out. And I mean, it's amazing what happens. I mean, COVID is just another thing we have to deal with as fans this year. I mean, it's enough it's enough that it's a pandemic in our country, but now it's affecting our football viewing. So I mean, what can I say? I mean, the Patriots are going to destroy the Broncos. I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm taking the Patriots on the money line -9. I think they're going to win by 14 at least. What do you think, Mike?
I I was originally thinking like I don't know if this game is being played. I mean, because Pittsburgh, I'm sorry, not Pittsburgh. The Patriots are still shut down. I thought. So I don't really know what's going on. I'm taking Denver though 9. They seem to keep the games close here. The Patriots really haven't practiced that much together. So I think it's going to be kind of hard for them to get things going. I mean, I'm going to take the Broncos here at +9. Like I said, I don't really know if this game's going to get played. I didn't think the Patriots were back, so I'm not really certain. But I think the Broncos keep this game within the 9. So it's a lot of points right there. I'm going to take it.
All right. Next game is the Detroit Lions at the Jacksonville Jaguars. For this game, it's basically for me, it's like which coach is going to get fired first, Doug Marrone or Matt Patricia? And for this game, I mean, I like the Lions better as a team more than the Jaguars. I mean, I love how, like I said before, if you remember last year when you're watching the show, I was really down the Jaguars for getting rid of Foles so quickly. And now you look at Foles right now, he's on a team that's 4-1, and the Jaguars are 1-4. So I think they were 1-5 this week, and I'm going to take the Lions, laying 3 points, and I think that it should be an easy win for them. I like Stafford. I like the offense. I have DeAndre Swift in my fantasy team. You want me to trade for Philip Lindsay? We'll see what happens there. But what do you think?
I don't know about this game. I'm like in between. I think that Detroit could probably pull this off. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring. I mean, the Jags have been pretty beat up. DJ Chark, we don't know if he's going to be playing. He hasn't practiced. He hurt his ankle. He actually just was limited today, so that can be a big play a little bit for Jacksonville. But I mean, I don't know. I think this game's going to go under. I'm going to take this under here at 54.5. Just think, Detroit coming into the East Coast. I think that it's going to be a low scoring game here. I don't think it hits it. I think it's bad that I'm doing the under here because, like I said, the majority of the games are over. But I'm taking a shot here and going with the under here. So why not? 54.5 is a lot. I don't see the Lions and I don't see Jacksonville scoring that many points. So I don't know.
Next game is the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. The Houston Texans, I mean, they look like a mess. Just firing the coach, Bill O'Brien. Now they have their interim coach, Romeo Cornell. And, they still got Deshaun Watson. And the Tennessee Titans and the Texans are in the same division. I think a lot of people are thinking that Tennessee is going to win this game. That's probably where all the money's going. Because of that, that's why I'm going to go take the Texans outright on the money line at +160. The divisional rivals, and the way I see it is that the Titans are going to lose at some point, and there's going to be a hangover from last week, I think, from when they played the Bills, and I think that this is the perfect game for them to lose. What do you think?
So I think the opposite. I think Tennessee is for real. That's a team that barely practiced and came out and beat the Bills, which I said was an overrated team anyway. And I think they do the same thing here with the Texans. The Texans won last week. They were inspired. They had an easier matchup. The Titans are back. They get 2 big players coming back from injury as well. I believe that they're coming back this week to face off against the Texans, which is going to be causing a difficult time. I am trading Deshaun Watson in my fantasy leagues. So, that's going to that could take away where I think the Texans might actually win. But I'm still taking the Titans at -3.5. They're a solid team, and they're just everything that they do is just they do everything the right way. So I'm going with them. Can't beat Tannehill, A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry. Stiff arm was awesome.
Everyone loved that. I've seen about 1 million GIFs and memes over the last few days with Josh Norman, who had a nice game against the Raiders last week, has been completely forgotten because he gets stiff armed by Derrick Henry. I don't know what to say about that. But on the next game, Washington football team at the New York Giants. I've been taking the football team the last few weeks, and I'm done with that. But 43 seems like a very, very low number for me. So I'm going to take the over on this one at 43. I think that maybe Danny Dimes will finally get some touchdowns in this game. And who knows, maybe Kyle Allen will do something. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good call. I think the league average, I think, is like 48 or 49 points or something like that. So that's definitely a smart move with the over. Both teams, I get concerned a little bit. I'm taking the G-men here. Daniel Jones he's been probably one of the worst quarterbacks. He's staring down receivers. It's not working for him. Hopefully he changes things up a little bit. And, the D-line, the pass rush for the Redskins is really good. So I'm thinking that can kind of keep this game close. Kyle Allen's back at quarterback. I don't know. I'm taking the G-men here. It might not go over. It might be a 20-17 game. But I think the Giants have enough firepower here. I think Daniel Jones does have a good game here and throws to Darius Slayton like 15 times.
All right. Next game is the New York Jets at the Miami Dolphins. Now, once again, this is another divisional matchup out there. The Jets are horrible. We all know they stink. We all know that Adam Gase is getting fired one of these days.
No, he's not. They want to keep him so they can go 0-16.
That's probably a good idea. I mean, they should probably then try to trade Sam Darnold at some point and get something for him, and then get Trevor Lawrence. But
that's what might happen.
But the thing is that the Dolphins and the Jets, they're in the same division. It's once again it's a divisional matchup. So I think that the Dolphins are going to get another hangover out there from beating the 49ers last week, and this is a perfect track game for a Miami team that I don't think is going to be really much contending in that division right now. I think it's got the Bills or the Patriots. So I'm taking the Jets plus 9.5 here. It's probably dumb of me to do that, but I figure 9.5 is a lot of points in their divisional rivals. What do you think?
9.5 is a lot of points, but there's it's Fitz magic, baby. It's Fitz magic. He's been the dude's been awesome. And I mean, it's the Dolphins. They completely romped the 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo, they took him out in the first half because the Dolphins were winning so badly. That's a starting quarterback for a Super Bowl team. So I'm just going to keep rolling with the Dolphins, and why not? Say 9.5 is a lot of points, but let's go for it.
All right. Moving on to the next game, it's the Green Bay Packers at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a nice game battle between Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. Tom Brady with the Buccaneers, they're 3-2. They lost to the Bears last Thursday night, and Aaron Rodgers has the Packers going pretty good. So this game, I think that the Packers will lose their undefeated streak. I think they're going to get their first loss of the year. I'm going to take the Buccaneers, who are at home, to win on the money line at plus 100. I'm actually surprised that they're that close together. I figured that the Buccaneers would be a bigger dog, but I'll take it plus 100. Look at the 3 points. What do you think, Mike?
It's going to change on Sunday. It's going to go. It might swing back to the Bucs being favored. It might be a complete pick 'em up there. It's going to change by Sunday, but this is early. I think the Packers are going to win this straight up. Packers are off the bye, and they are Aaron Rodgers is extremely good off the bye. He's got a great record. I don't know exactly what the stat is, but it's well over like a 75% win percentage. So I'm going to roll with him. I'm telling you, I still think that the Buccaneers are an overrated football team. I think their offense is overrated, and I think the Packers are going to win this one. I think that Devontae Adams, I believe, is back, which helps. So I'm taking the Pack here.
All right. Next game, this is the Sunday night game for some reason. I don't know who would want to watch this game, but it's the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners are not off to a good start this year. They're 2-3. This is a Super Bowl hangover, and there's that word again. I'm saying hangover. I didn't think that they would fall this fast. Their quarterback. They might have a new quarterback at some point. Jimmy Garoppolo. What's going on there? That's why I want to take the Rams laying the points -3. I like the Rams. They looked at their old self again back when they were Super Bowl contenders. The game is in San Francisco, but the Eagles went to San Francisco a couple of weeks back and took it to the 49ers. So I like the Rams in this game. What do you think?
I think the Rams they're definitely rolling. I think this is I'm just going on the whim here because I'm just looking at it and I'm saying something's up here. You have the Niners who lost to the Eagles. They get destroyed by the Dolphins, and they're 3-point dogs because they're home. So somebody sees something here. Niners. I'm taking the Niners I'm taking the Niners and I'm getting the points because something just doesn't add up here. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're getting destroyed by these teams, I think Jimmy G bounces back here. I think they're going to win this game. Mostert's going to run on the Rams. I know you know Aaron Donald, but I think the Niners are coming back. The Rams aren't going to be able to cover Kittle. All right, they do not cover tight ends very well, and I think he's going to have first touchdown. I think he's going to have a big game, and I think the Niners win this game actually.
All right. Moving forward, it's the Kansas City Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills, that many people might think is the game of the week. This reminds me of like a classic game from the '90s. And if you look there, I'm an idiot, and I have the city, the I in cities capitalized, which I hate when I do that. But moving forward, on to the game.
Roman numerals.
I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs this year. They look really good. And they lost last week. They have to bounce back from their loss against the Raiders. The Bills lost as well last week. Both teams looking to get back in the win column. And I don't want to pick a winner in this one. I actually want to take the over. I mean, 57.5 is a lot of points. But look, you got Jared Allen out there. You got Patrick Mahomes out there. Is Le'Veon Bell yet to play? My brother said he might be playing.
No, he's going to be out. He has to wait 5 days, and he might come back next week if that.
Why is that? I wonder.
He's got to still learn the playbook. He might play like 20% of the snaps next week, but he's got to work 5 days, I think, because of COVID stuff.
Okay. All right. So I mean, I like the over in this one. I think maybe the Chiefs are going to squeeze this one out. I'm not really thinking about that 4.5 points. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think the over can definitely hit here. But as you know, I think the Bills are overrated. I do like Josh Allen. Jared Allen was the DN for the Vikings.
Did I say Jared Allen?
You said Jared Allen. It's fine. I make mistakes too.
I've been doing that with this poor guy.
I've said that before too.
Now there's a rush player from the Jacksonville Jaguars named Josh Allen. That's why I get him confused with the freaking quarterback. And I don't know his name. I feel bad for him. You know.
I said it the thing too, but I like Josh Allen a lot. The Chiefs kind of defensively did not do very well last week, and they lost. And I don't see that happening 2 weeks in a row, especially now with all the hype with Le'Veon Bell. This is my fantasy running back Clyde Edwards-Helaire's last game as a full-time starter. He will still be starting. But this will be his last full start with getting 75% snaps. I think he's going to show off a little bit and say, hey, I still want to play. So I'm taking the Chiefs here. I don't think the Bills are going to be close. I do think that I think the Chiefs are going to score 30 points. So, yeah, if the Bills can put up 20, 27 points, then you're going to hit your over. But
what the hell does this mean right here?
I don't know.
I mean, we got two Monday night.
Friday night. It's 9:38.
All right, so we got the Arizona Cardinals and Dallas Cowboys. That's the second game of the Monday night doubleheader. I think a lot of people are going to take the Cardinals in this one, and it's like a perfect trap game to think you can go into Dallas and push the Cowboys around with Andy Dalton replacing Dak Prescott. But I mean, it's as much as I think that I don't want to psych myself out here. I'm just going to take the Cardinals -1. You know how much we've talked about on repeatedly weeks on end of how much I'm a big fan of Kyler Murray, and definitely love love how he plays. Love how he can beat you with both the arm and the legs. I mean, the running back situation. I mean, is Chase Evans going to take over as number one there? I mean, Drake isn't looking that good. Well, I don't want to overthink this. I'm going to take the Cardinals here, covering 1 point. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, that Drake and Edmonds thing is been mind-boggling because I have them in every single league that I'm in. But no, I think Drake still holds on to that. I think Edmonds, though, is going to start becoming more of a PPR kind of guy. So if you're in a PPR league, play Edmonds. And if you're in a standard league, play Drake. I mean, Drake still has 18 carries a game. He is the fourth highest rushing attempts out of all running backs. So he's getting the ball. He just has no efficiency for it. Eventually, if you look at numbers, it has to pan out eventually. So I'm going to continue to go to the well of Kenyon Drake and could hope that it works. Maybe he was hurt. He was in a walking boot like a month ago. So I'm hoping that maybe it's something with injury. He's got to bounce back. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to bounce back this game because I believe, and don't quote me on this, that I think Van Der Esch is back this week. And he is really, really good. And that's going to be a big problem there in the middle there. Chandler Jones is out for the season now with the Cardinals, and that's a huge injury. Andy Dalton, I mean, he's a good backup, one of the best backups in the league that you can have here. I don't think it slows down the Cowboys much. I got the Cowboys straight up with this game. They're going to win this on Monday night.
All right. On to our mega parlays. Did you like how I updated the scoring video I made after the week?
Oh, with our nice little funny faces?
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, it was a good job.
I like that.
Especially when I win. I like it even better.
Yeah. All right, so on to the mega parlays. So this week I'm going to say take the Giants and the football team over 43, Rams -3, the Cardinals -1, and the Texans +160. That's my big underdog game. Is taking the Texans, beating the Titans. This is going to be their hangover game. This will get you a +1, +1645. So that's a pretty big number there for our mega parlay. What do you like, Mike?
So in this one, I love the Chiefs. Like I said, I'm pretty high on these games. I love the Chiefs. Very confident in the Steelers game. I'm very confident in the Titans game. So it's pretty cool that we're kind of rivaling on that one because I think that the Titans are just too good of a team here. And I'm confident that the Vikings kind of pull out. So I'm taking a lot of the favorites here. But it's those bad 3.5s to 4s, which is a very, very dangerous game when you're talking about lines. So this is probably not going to hit. Somebody's going to falter somewhere, but I'm going with these.
All right. You know what time it is, folks? It's time for that karaoke punishment. And what I'm picking for Mike is going to be a ballad because Mike likes to have me sing ballads. He's had me sing 2 ballads so far. So I'm going to have him sing "My Heart Will Go On," the famous theme song from the hit movie The Titanic, and Celine Dion.
I know a lot of Celine Dion songs. I don't know if I know that one.
How do you not know that song, Mike? Come on.
I don't know.
How do you not know that?
Is that the Near Far?
Yeah, Near Far, wherever you are.
Okay. Then I do know that song. Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right, well, let's see what the peanut gallery has to say. So what do you want to do with the
So as I stated before in the beginning of the show, I told people to bring in think about your songs, think about what you want Joe to sing. I have made him sing Andrea Bocelli in the past. I've made him sing New Kids on the Block, Please Don't Go Girl, and recently Whitney Houston. So feel free to put some comments in there. Joe, I believe if you want to do it, you can choose. And then maybe next week after I win, we'll put up a new poll. And I'll pick 5 songs, and we can have viewers vote on which songs they want to pick. That's how. By the way, if anybody ever wants to reach out on Sunday before the games, feel free to message me on Facebook.
I don't even know what this song is.
I don't know what that is either.
Hold on.
I wouldn't play it.
What's that?
I wouldn't play it.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
No.
But I don't know what it is. But remember, these songs have to be appropriate. They cannot have, foul language. And I don't know if that app has all songs in there anyway. So we'll give it a couple more minutes for you guys to kind of put their songs in here. I'll look this up really quick.
I'm looking this up too. That's probably
a country song. It looks like a country song. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so we have another one. I don't know what that means.
You like that one? Huh. I mean, I'll sing the edited version if I had to.
Yeah, because I don't know. Yeah, it depends on the curse words. Maybe this is a bad idea. Maybe I should have picked a song. So I don't even know that. Couldn't tell you. I don't watch those movies.
Anybody else out there wants to come up with a song for me?
Anybody want to come up with a song? No? Anybody? No? Because if not, I mean, I guess I'm going to have to choose one. So.
I mean, I like One More Road to Cross, but I mean, I
you can do that.
I got to find like an edited version of the song.
I would think that they have that on there, right? I mean, I don't know much about. Yeah, I would think that they have that. So.
All right. How about you for this week? We'll maybe I'll do the next week. But what is what do you want? What song do you want to pick for me?
You choose it. It's up to you. You want to pick the One More Road to Cross? You can do it.
All right.
We'll look into that. So, as of right now, we'll choose One More Road to Cross, and then we'll look into the one that Bob Ziegler recommended.
Yeah, I don't know what this Juice Newton song is.
See if it's appropriate.
He says it's good. Trust him.
So.
All right, so that'll be the end of the show. My song will be DMX One More Road to Cross if I lose, but I'm going to have to find an edited version for that because I'm not getting canceled on my show that we started for. We're on episode 4 this season. I'm not going to get canceled from saying something I shouldn't be saying. So, Mike, hopefully, good luck this week. Hopefully, it'll be a good week of NFL action for us. And what's the last thing we can tell everybody?
stay lit, watch those games, and here we go. Let's. I want you to hear that New Kids on the Block. I want to hear you sing, Miss
All right. Yeah, I'll get it out tomorrow for you folks. All right.
That's good.
All right, good night. Thank you. See you next week.